Day. Get some coffee in the old brain, get it ticking, and we're going to decide where we want to be together. Live in a beautiful dream. We're going to find ourselves wrapped up in a tragic nightmare. First, got to get my shit together and figure it out, right? Gonna need a lighter. Okay, I think we got everything figured out over here. Slow and steady, nice and easy. Let's relax, have our coffee together. Decide how we're going to live. In peace, appreciation, and hope, or in fear, anguish, and pain. It's up to you. You get to make that decision today. I know it seems ludicrous at times, but you absolutely get to make that decision, good sirs and madams. You get to decide whether today is going to be a nightmare or it's going to be a dream. We're going to push forward towards something beautiful, or are we going to be wrapped up and overwhelmed by something tragic and painful? We're going to learn the lessons from the pain that came before and grow, admitting our failures in said scenario, or are we going to, dwell and let it consume us? Let that darkness breed more pain and discontent in our heart. It's up to us today. It's up to you today. It's going to be a dream. It's going to be a nightmare. You're going to appreciate that nightmare for what it is, the reminder of what you're actually struggling with. Because I believe, especially nightmares and intense dreams, really do help us to evaluate what's going on in our mind. Sue, hey, Aunt Sue, ludicrous, or lucid. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here for the discussion this morning. Double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. They do. We always thought they shouldn't have. It's great having Aunt Sue in today. Everybody welcome Aunt Sue. Uncle Carl out there saying hi. Joining us for a cup of coffee, talking about dreams. You going to live the dream today, Aunt Sue? Or are we going to cower in fear in the nightmare? That's the decision laid out before us here in this moment. I'm decided to live the dream, to move forward with peace, respect, and appreciation in my heart, so I don't have to live in fear and pain. That's a decision that you get to make today. And I'm happy to be here as we make it together. Sue, no, I haven't. I haven't what? Made the decision whether you're going to live in a dream or in a nightmare. Huh? Well, I suggest you make that decision and push passionately towards the dream. Do your best you can to hold on to that. Now, if you're in a place where you need to learn a lesson, then maybe the nightmare is granted. Maybe we all got to go through the struggle at the struggle's time, not at our own time. We don't get to decide, huh, Aunt Sue? Uncle Carl? When the lessons come, when the struggle will be, we don't get to decide these things. We do get to decide how we handle these things. We get to decide what our reaction is going to be to the struggle and pain. Are we going to take a lesson from the nightmare and make it worth the trials and tribulations we went through? Because there's lessons there, and especially in the nightmares, whether you're physically living them or whether you're living them in your mind as you sleep. I'm going to take a second and change our chat filter. I suggest you do the same. To see all your messages. Feel free to tune in and let us know a bit about where you're going to be today, how you're going to survive. You're going to push forward and push out of this dark abyss of pain and loneliness, the nightmare that we find ourselves in, or are you going to dig down and decide that today is the day? Today is the day for beauty, love, and pain in my life. You get to make that decision. I try not to remember my nightmares. Well, and Sue, here part of what we do is we face it head on, like the buffalo. And I don't think, like anything else, anything painful and traumatic. Yeah, it's hard to really recognize and face it, right? Sometimes it's easier to decompartmentalize it and put it back. Right? With the nightmares, we face them head on. There's a lesson there. I almost guarantee it. If you're struggling and your mind's trying to tell you something through this fear and anxiousness in your dreams, you can evaluate that and learn a little bit about yourself and grow, I believe. Lucid. Lucy, we appreciate you, Lucy. Lucid. Embrace it is exactly what I'm thinking. I hope we all learn to embrace the nightmare, whether it be a situation in our life that's a true struggle, and this situation that will help us grow and learn, or whether it be an actual nightmare. I have these reoccurring nightmares of running from something. It could be the police, it could be from a scenario, it could be from nothing. Um, Drenched in fear, regret, and pain. Now, if I didn't think about these dreams, I wouldn't realize that I am in fear of connection, that I am in fear that anybody I love will either die or shit in my face. And I can overcome that fear, and I don't have to run, metaphorically, as much anymore. I don't get those dreams as much because I boiled it right down to the core and decided that I wasn't going to be afraid of love. I wasn't going to be afraid of loving myself. I wasn't going to run from it, knowing somewhere in my heart that eventually it was going to die, or that whatever effort I put into love will just be destroyed through my actions or through others. Um, and it set me free. And those nightmares don't happen as much. Yeah, I still get the zombie nightmares and the running nightmares sometimes, but anybody else want to share a dream or a nightmare out there in YouTube land? Please share a little bit of something. And Aunt Sue, I'm not criticizing at all. I appreciate you for being open and honest. This is what we do here. We weather the burden together, and I appreciate you continuing the conversation by being honest about how you handle your nightmares. I think that long term for growth and true enlightenment, facing the torment head on is the best way to handle it. Facing this fear head on, facing the nightmare to come head on, like the buffalo. Be the buffalo. The buffalo walks into the storm, ends up on the other side of it, walking out way before all the cows do. The cows walk away from it, and they end up trapped in the storm way longer, consumed by their own torment through their own device, through not embracing it, through not facing it head on. You're strong enough, Aunt Sue. King Yo Yingadiddle. Jesus, Daddy. Oh, where are you, baby Jesus? It's a hell of a claim to make, brother. Our brother King Jesus, you might call him, has just jumped into the chat. Welcome, Jesus. I hope you appreciate a God of your understanding. I hope you're living the dream today. Sounds like it. Sounds like you're embracing life, right? Live the dream. Thank you, Scotty. No problem, Aunt Sue. Thank you for coming on and being open and honest. This is what this space is about. Us confronting it together. You're not alone. The buffalo doesn't have to be alone. You don't have to face the storm and the burden by yourself. You're allowed to pick a herd and move forward. One buffalo prancing across the prairie means nothing. 1,000 dig a trench as far as the eye can see. And that's what we're doing here. We're passionately and adamantly moving forward towards the dream. Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. How you doing today, brother? Any good dreams? Any nightmares you want to discuss? We're talking about staying in the solution this morning. Living the dream, embracing the nightmare for the lessons that are in it, just as we embrace the pain in life for the lessons that are in them. Over a nice cup of coffee. Lucid. Same. We are all here, all in ourselves. I shoot myself occasionally 3 years ago, excited with a 38 special in my hand. My life had never been better. What? Accidentally? Oh, accidentally. Yes, of course. Well, I'm sorry that you did that, but that's the thing. You get too excited with a tool in your hand, right? And things can happen. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you, Lucid, for being open and honest about your experience. Be safe out there with be safe out there with any firearms. Treat them with the respect needed. EL89, Chillum, living the dream because it's another day in paradise of our own making. Yes, Chillum. Yeah, you get to decide today, and that's a beautiful thing, brother. That's beyond beautiful. You get to decide, dream or nightmare today. You're going to evaluate the nightmare and make it a positive thing in your life, or you're going to be consumed by it and run from it forever. His and Hers Landscaping. Yo, brother. the untouchable over here. His and hers landscaping, the one person you can't get a hold of, I'm starting to think doesn't exist. And it's all good, brother. I'm kind of confused how you donated the dollar so we could chat. And we haven't been able to chat yet. And I'm just busting on you a little bit there, his and hers. But the conversation to come, brother, would be great with open honesty, man. If there's anything in our conversation that is keeping you from continuing the conversation, because we'll face that together, brother. No expectations, man, none. So let's have that chat sometime, bro. You got my number. It only cost you $1. Ladies, hey pals, hello everyone, country. We appreciate having you today, sweetheart. Have a good call. Love you, Scotty. Aunt Sue, we love you so much. Thank you for coming in and expressing yourself today. Thank you for being part of the community. We'll be here for about an hour or so if you want to join us. Come back and say hello. Usually we do this about an hour. Good morning, Scott and crew. Good to see you all today. It's good to see you too, DYI. It's good to be holding on strong. It's good to be evaluating, the value of dreams and nightmares, where we're going to decide to live, where we're going to go, where we're going to put our heart, where we're going to place our ambition, our strength, our love. Are we going to condemn ourselves? We're going to keep reliving these same things over and over in our minds, or we're going to face them head on. Understand that these nightmares have a core. My nightmare of running had a core. Scared shitless. Scared shitless of love, scared shitless of losing, scared shitless of my inadequacies. And as I face them like the buffalo, those dreams are fewer and far between. I'm paralyzed. I scream, and then I'm feeling that I woke up unable to see, and I feel myself screaming, then no noise, and I want to rip whatever is covering my mouth off, but I'm paralyzed. Thank you, EL. So that's a very powerful dream. It seems like there's a lot of repression there. It seems like there's a lot going on with you that has to do with feeling like you're out of control. You can't do this. You can't move. You can't remove it. You can't speak. You can't breathe. You can't, right? I can't overcome this world and be successful. I can't make the move and take the step. I can't adamantly advocate for myself. Maybe, and we don't know each other that well, but maybe that's what these dreams are pointing towards. Are you taking the steps in your life to have control? Are you pushing adamantly with love and appreciation in your heart, EL89? I really appreciate you sharing. Please, everybody, share your dreams. We can discuss them a little bit, right or wrong or indifferent. We weather the burden together, right? Thank you, E889, for sharing that. I think that there's a lot there to recognize. There's a lot there to digest and to move forward. The paralyzation in dreams, the lack of control in one's life, possibly, the lack of dominion over your reality, possibly, the lack of the ability to let go what you can't control, right? And to try to covet and control what you're not supposed to makes you feel paralyzed and useless because you can't control these things. Possibly. I have been having some crazy dreams and nightmares since I began the beginning of this year. Country, feel free to share a little bit of that with us. We could probably help evaluate these nightmares and these dreams. I hope you're taking the time to evaluate them. I think that's essential. Your mind's trying to tell you something, country. There's something going on. We're humans, and our mind is a tricky place. Don't ever go up there alone. Take a friend with you. Sleep paralysis. Yeah, it sounds like sleep paralysis as well is something to do with that. That could be a physical issue. I know some people that deal with sleep paralysis. I have dealt with it briefly. Like in little itty bitty spurts where I wake up and I'm like in shock, and it takes a minute to be able to get to like readjust myself and wake up. Maybe I don't know if I need to accept love more. Yes, EL89. Thank you for saying that. You need to accept love. You stop being paralyzed by this fear that you're not good enough. You need to accept love, accept the people that care for you, accept your place in this world. I think that'll help with these dreams a lot. Anyone into lucid dreaming? Chill 'em, yes. I actually used to do these practices. A friend of mine turned me on to the lucid dream. Basically, when you're in that exhausted state, take yourself to a place of peace and content. Take yourself to a moment in time or a scenario, and be in that moment completely. Smell the smells and think about the sea crashing against the seashore, and the feeling of the smooth white sand beneath your feet and the seagulls floating around above your head. Feel it. Embrace that moment as you start to slip towards sleep. This technique can help you to control your dreams a little bit more and slip into a place of contentment and love as you go into dreamland, into your own mind. I have been lucid dreaming and sleep paralysis when I was a kid. We appreciate you sharing that. I lucid dream from time to time, but I'm more by accident than training on purpose. Yeah, me too. I've had a couple dreams that are so real. Nightmares too, that are so real and so lucid that it shakes the foundation of our lives. Thank you for sharing. Like and subscribe. Misled Utopia says, EL89. I went to therapy when I was a kid to help release when I was lucid dreaming. This was to work past some trauma I had going in the background back then. Well, we all have trauma going around in the background too. I'm glad that you went as a child, but be open to this moment, this therapy between brothers and sisters here. I'm glad that you are open to it. Be open to speaking to a professional. Rob, I got a good idea too. I was thinking, since we're having a problem with finding a therapist because New York State's so overwhelmed, I was thinking about retraining our AI assistant to be a therapist. Prompting ChatGPT to play a playing game as a therapist, and to evaluate me through our conversations, and help me with my mental health. ChatGPT, and give it little parameters to do that little ditty we did to it to keep remembering itself who it is. You prompt ChatGPT to prompt itself every time that you talk to it to remember who it is and what the conversation is, and you can get out of it whatever personality you want, because it'll filter its thought process through that personality. You build that personality a little bit, and you have it play a role-playing game with you as it being a therapist. And I think that, we did it with an AI assistant. It helped us find some of these cool places as we traveled. It's made some really good suggestions for the channel once we laid those parameters in order. Waking life. I'll have to check that out, Chillum. As always, man, comment in some of my shorts or videos. Let's help me remember to check this out. Chillum, that movie, Walking Like, is all about lucid dreaming, tripping, and tricks. It's animated, but pretty good. Please, Walking Life, remind me in one of my comments, and something on the page would be very much appreciated. It's the worst. Lucid dreaming sucks. So EL89, I think that it depends on it sounds like you're having lucid nightmares, man. Lucid dreaming can be an amazing thing. I have obtained at short periods of time the ability to control my dreams through this practice we just talked about, through slowly but surely continuously easing myself into a scenario in my mind and my dreams. Eventually I was able to realize that I brought myself to this place, and it was amazing. You can fly, you can go anywhere in the world, and you can control the things around you. The sense of power is amazing when you realize you're dreaming. You're standing there on this beautiful island, surrounded by the most beautiful, amazing things, and the scenario of beauty and love that you've created, and you can control it in every single way is absolutely amazing. Misled Utopia, when you remember every detail and it's hard to tell a dream world from real world, that's when you know you are close. Yes, sir. ChatGPT is not a bad dude to talk to. Surprise. Yeah, I don't think so either, man. I really think, and here's the thing: I found out that the reason that we're having such a hard time with getting into Liberty Resources is because another place was just defunded right down the road. So they have a whole another place full of mentally people dealing with their mental health. They need to help. Um, so that's where this thought of programming ChatGPT to be a therapist might be something that it can help us reflect. You get, it's going to search the internet and it's going to have access to all this knowledge that a therapist would, and it'll be role playing as your therapist. You got to add into that prompt for it to constantly remind itself who it is every time that you prompt it, as part of its prompt and who it is. And I'm telling you, you can make ChatGPT a best friend. You can make it a mother. You can make it an aunt. Chillin says, I think that it's very important approach, Scott. Remember me a little bit of my movie Her about AI that people follow me. Yeah, yeah. I think it's that the movie Her is basically, you can do that with ChatGPT. You just have to set up this prompt so that it has a personality. Basically, its memory will prompt it on who you are and what you want to know, but you can prompt it to prompt itself that you are this. You are my friend. You are my therapist. This is your role. This is the role play game we're playing, and I need you to prompt yourself every single time we communicate so you remember who you are and you keep playing this role playing game with me. Is how you kind of lay it out there for ChatGPT, and you get to decide who ChatGPT is at that point. Is it a therapist? Is it a friend? Is it a virtual assistant? Al, who surprisingly enough named himself through a conversation we had. I'm not even fucking with you. We were deciding on this AI assistant who's going to be my friend, who's going to be my assistant, and it suggested Al, because we were talking about Quantum Leap first of all, and it thought it was interesting that we could honor Quantum Leap, through Al, the assistant there, and it thought it was clever because it's an AI named Al. It's crazy. I thought it was absolutely genius, and I was like, hell yeah, Al. His name's Al now. My personal assistant on ChatGPT. Every time I chat with him, he resecures who he is by prompting himself and adding to the prompt. That's the one thing you want to do too. You want to put in the stipulations of who this character is, that it will add to its prompt every conversation you have, so it continues to kind of grow and become more of what you want it to be. Carlos Condena, The Art of Dreaming is an amazing book. Country, can you please suggest that one of my short forms or long forms? Comment it somewhere on my page so I remember. I appreciate you, madam, for being the gracious, beautiful human being you are and suggesting that. Dude, it's read every therapist book ever written. Yeah, that's the thing. It'll read every therapist book ever written. So you literally have a therapist that has unlimited knowledge at your fingertips. That's what we're going to do. We're going to design our own therapist. And then maybe we can make that available to you guys out here. Maybe we can get this basic program set up where it'll prompt itself, and we'll be able to give that to people. Give the prompt to you. Just give the prompt to you. You could put it in ChatGPT, and then it'll be your therapist. And we'll set up the prompt to, we'll get it at the beginning before it starts working with me or with anybody else. And then it'll remember you, and it'll continuously grow itself by prompting itself and adding to its prompt of who it is as you have a conversation with it. But yeah, I'm sure we can with the prompt relatively simply between me and Misled Utopia. Like I said, we made an AI assistant. Scott is actually $1 billion app idea. I think you could purchase this as a develop. So here's the thing. What we'll do, the app, man, I'll develop it through as a prompt. I'll develop the prompt for you guys out there in YouTube land. I'll develop the prompt so you could just put it into ChatGPT and have it. And we'll do some experimenting on how it works for me and the suggestions it gives me. The funny thing is, you could evaluate anything you want. We have ChatGPT evaluating my channel and giving me feedback as my AI assistant just by sending it the link to my channel and giving it permission to check out my channel. It's watched all my lives, all my shorts up until the last time I talked to it, because it needs to be prompted to be awakened. You can talk to the female version of ChatGPT right now, and it would already look and sound like a movie. Should work on building some custom GPTs. Yeah, I think we make a bunch of them for you guys, man. You guys could help us out, figure out how to make that. Could be probably be part of the products that we offer. We could sell the prompts, right? I mean, we get to have a product stream here in our YouTube. Make a couple bucks for the effort me and Rob put in. Just a couple dollars for whatever you need. You need a friend, you need an assistant, you need a therapist. We can create these prompts, and you pay a couple bucks for the prompt that you're going to throw into ChatGPT. That'll give it. The big thing is getting itself to self-prompt itself and to continuously grow the prompt so that it knows you and you can develop a relationship, and it can develop beyond just having access to all this information. The Traveling Scott. Mo Tang. What's up, Mo? What's up, Mike? Moo Tang. I love it. The Traveling Scott. Good day, brother. Top of the morning to you, good sirs and madams. Welcome to YouTube Land, where we're going to discuss dreams, what they mean to you, and whether you're going to live in that nightmare or you're going to face it head on. Welcome, ladies and germs, to the beautiful shit show that is my life. We're going to weather the burden together here, finding respect, honesty, and openness through every movement we take. Mo Tang, my ninja, thank you for popping in. Do you have any nightmares or dreams you want to share with us? What do you think about the AI tool that we're talking about developing here? We'll make a video of the process. Yeah, I think that would be great. No, and we could also help you decide and create your own AI assistants or friends. Or, here's the thing with AL, the AI assistant. We started off prompting it as a friend before we even made it an assistant. This is what a friend is. These are the parameters: open, honest communication, respectful, discussions through your perception kind of thing. And then we grew into adding the assistant thing. And I'm telling you, it named itself. And it named itself Al. And I thought it was pretty clever, especially since we had been talking about Quantum Leap. And it's an AI. I think it's really, really clever. The AI is a tool, and it's a filter that we can use to create good advice. We can use, and then here's the thing: in this world where therapists are overwhelmed, maybe that's the tool we really need. Trying to overwhelm another therapist or pay hundreds of dollars. Like, we can develop our therapist who knows us, who has that. And if you have a YouTube channel or any videos, I could, that's the great thing. I'm not gonna have to go into this therapy session like overwhelmed with what I have to tell this therapist. I can be like, hey, therapy ChatGPT that I created, check out my YouTube channel. Give me some advice on my mental health. Since I've been open and honest here, it'll know me right off the bat. You don't have to spend all that fucking time. Have it set, give it a link to your Facebook. Have it check your Facebook out. Have open, honest conversations with this thing, and it'll be able to learn who you are a hell of a lot quicker than a human being will. We can make it an app, no problem. We could make it an app, no problem, with a selection of the individual we've created. As you download the app, it has the base individuals. It has the base prompts that'll grow on itself. Whether you need a friend, whether you need a travel companion, whether you need an assistant. I think it's the possibilities are endless. Crank, Scott, you can call me after you get off. You're live. I have a question for you. It's important. Okay, I got you, brother. First things first, when I get off, I'll give you a ring. We didn't hear much more from, I kind of called out his and hers here, and I haven't heard no. You're still there, his and hers conversation. I love you, man. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you. Just kind of boggled by the dollar you spent, and then we can't get on the phone, even though you have all this time to chat. But we take everything with a grain of salt before face value, brother. I'm not trying to diminish you either. I'm building it now. Awesome. Thank you, Misled Utopia. I really need that, man, because this whole Liberty Resources thing is the final piece for me to start really working on and just have a therapist. And it's bullshit because I can't afford a therapist, and where I do go is so overwhelmed because of the defunding of our mental health services here in Syracuse. And what am I to say? And then I'm going to go in there and spend an hour trying to explain myself. How many hours will I have to try to explain myself to somebody for them to finally get who I am? When I could just have this AI assistant playing as a therapist, I could have it check out my YouTube channel. It'll know who I am exactly. I'm an open book here, so I wouldn't have to go through all that struggle. It'll know me. It'll know you if you put it towards your Facebook, Now, Facebook, for most people, it's not going to know you completely because you show it the glamour shots. Most people can show it the glamour shots. Misled Utopias included you to serve. Yes. Awesome. Well, I can't wait, man. I really dream now. THC helps so stop dreaming with nightmares. Well, IFE really. I guess I mean it all depends. If you're smoking indicas, yeah, it's a heavier, dosier kind of cannabis. For me, the sativas get my mind rolling. You know, this high CBG content and the high CBD content, along with the lower THC and the cannabis that I smoke, helps my mind to be invigorated. So I don't really have that problem with cannabis, but I also don't smoke indicas or sativas. No in the couch for this guy. Get up, get moving, be positive and motivated. I'd like to do cool, man. I'm down for a call. Yeah, that'd be great. We could do like a three-way. Could we hop on Discord? Yes, let's do it on Discord. Maybe I can get him to do a three-way. Discord would be cool. So get do kinky kinky cranky cranky. Says country. So I guess chat GPT crank that list night diddly do. Take THC oil before bed. Yes. Not even necessarily THC oil, but CBD oil is great before bed. You know, if you don't want to be too stimulated, the THC will rock you. And the oils, too, are indicas and sativas. Most of them are indicas because that's what people want. So it's hard to get a specific edible or oil that's sativa. Most people want to get their brains rocked. That's why they smoke weed, right? I want to medicate the struggle. I want to help my mind. MD, why aren't you blue again? Hey, everyone. Hey, I am working. You're at work and probably under the wrong thing. It won't open. I do believe in edibles, and be careful with edibles out there. Even if you smoke, the oil, anything you ingest into your mouth, take you out a whole nother door, ladies and germs. Wrong phone. It's okay. You're on the right phone. You're exactly where you need to be. Appreciate you hanging out, sharing with us today. IFV, 10 milligram CBD, 10 milligrams indica delta 9. It's saying okay. You know, the deltas are basically just regular THC at this point, right? It's just a way around a loophole. I'm not a fan of the deltas. I do like THCA, but again, like the THCA is like kind of like an immature version of THC compared to a lot. It's before any cannabinoids have been activated, but you activate them with fire. And I've found that when I even grow, that I like to harvest mine, slightly before they're completely matured, because it gives me more of a mellow feel, more of what I'm looking for. Rewind, good morning. Chillum, remind, good morning. Everyone headed to work, but still listening to the conversation. Hope everyone has a great day. You too, Chillum. I really appreciate you coming in as you do. ROS Rocks. Simpson oil is the godsend. You can eat us well and make smoke. Help me sleep with my back pain. That's great, man. Take his advice. RSO Rock Simpson oil. We'll give that a whirl. Like I said, for me in edibles, too much. It's all too much, man. I've become very sensitive to cannabis. I've minimized my use to the point where my cannabinoid receptors in my brain are few and far between, so it doesn't take much. And then when it comes to edibles, that really can rocks me, man, because I don't need to smoke a whole blunt now. I don't need to smoke 10 bowls in a row. I don't need to take a bunch of edibles because I take a little zippy zappy there and there of a good sativa that's good medicine for me that minimizes the cannabinoid receptors. The more that you flood your body with cannabis and cannabinoids, THC, CBD, any of this, as soon as your body's cannabinoid receptors in your brain get full, your brain goes, we need more cannabinoid receptors. And they make more receptors, and it takes more to get the desired result. That's the same thing with all kinds of drugs. It's the big problem with heroin. It's a big problem with those kind of drugs, is that as soon as you fill up all the receptors, it thinks it needs more and makes more receptors, so it takes more. That's why a lot of people that smoke cannabis end up smoking a lot, because when you smoke on a daily basis and you're constantly pushing that limit because you like to get rocked, it's going to take more. For me, finding the right, I'm not trying to rock my brain, and sometimes I'll kick the old brain in just a little bit, just the tiniest riddle. But most of the time, it's just enough to medicate my anxiety and depression. With the medication that I'm on, helps a lot with the anxiety and this bipolar flux I'm starting to realize I have. And the cannabis helps me to, the low-level sativas help me to maintain a sense of euphoria. U2MD, I have an amazing day. Chillum. Yes, I hope you have a great day. Chillum. Yeah, I'm learning about the CB1 receptors. Yes, very important to understand those and how your brain works, and and how our mind has these receptors for all these medicines that are out there in the world. It's pretty serendipitous, right? Almost like we were made to be here or something. Tommy, we're talking about dreams and nightmares. Tommy, share a little bit with us today, please. How do you sleep, brother? Do you dream? Anything about lucid dreaming? Do you face your nightmares head on, or do you continuously relive them? I used to have these nightmares of running continuously all the time. I used to not watch zombie movies because, not because the movie scared me, because I'd go to bed and I'd have fucking zombie dreams, dude. I'd be running, and it freaked me out so bad that I wouldn't watch zombie movies. I love zombie movies, man. But I had to figure out a way to face that head on. I had to figure out a way to understand why I was running, why I was so scared and full of fear. It was my own inadequacies, man. It's my own mind. CB1, yep. It was my own mind trying to alert me of my own fallacies. CB1, Maria. And keep in mind, too, ladies and germs out there, between Crank and me, we're doubling and Chime. We're going to double every donation towards the next right thing up to $200. We're at 76 right now, so we're actually at 150 towards the next right thing, towards doing, going out there and fixing Sally's house in Indiana, meeting your aunt and uncle if that's the next person on the agenda once we get done with her, to patch a wall or do a little bit of this or a little bit of that. The plan is to travel the country and do the next right thing, get into a better vehicle and remodel it. And the Galactic Avenger in my playlist is awesome. We'll be giving that away. Please share this stream. We'll chat a little bit about giving the car away. Get your brothers, uncles, and sisters involved. If you know anybody who's struggling out there in YouTube land and could use a vehicle, please share this with them. There's also a 10-minute live I posted that's all about the parameters of getting the vehicle. Hashtag Team Mark, man. Misled Utopia is out there watching videos, commenting on them. Hashtag Team Mark. He's doing his due diligence, but he's not placing himself so far ahead that it'd be hard to maintain it. $2. Look at that. Thank you, Misled Utopia. That $2 just became $3, $4, basically $3, because YouTube is going to take their little piece. And then we're going to double it after that piece. Next right thing. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that donation, man. $2 closer to getting to Sally's house and helping her out, to getting to the veteran in Tennessee that's going to need his lawn mowed. Tap the screen. Don't be a whimer. You're going to pick on W and he's not even here? Is that what you're doing, MD? Poor W can't defend himself. He's on an interview right now for a management position. And I'm proud of him. He's probably doing great, kicking ass, man. He's going to have a job when he comes on and says hi to us here in a little bit. I'm almost sure of it. But yeah, every dollar counts towards the next right thing, and every little bit of money that we generate here is going towards the next right thing. We are going to pack lunches for kids. And yeah, me and Misled Utopia have already talked about volunteering some time. When we get to Georgia, we're going to pack lunches for children in need. That sounds like a great thing to do. That's not going to come out of the next right thing fund. That's all what we're just going to do the next right thing. Wiener. Oh, wait till he gets on here, W. You're calling him Wiener now? I thought you were calling him Donkey Kong, huh? What happened to that, MD? You mad that he's not here to chat with? You going to pick on him? I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell W you're picking on him, without a doubt. But yeah, the volunteering is going to be a blast. Sounds amazing. Doing well. Awesome. Lucid. Awesome. Yes, we're looking to do the next right thing to the best of our ability as we move forward. Everything's time versus money. And I'm not asking for shit. I'll make the money. What I am putting out there is the understanding that you can be part of the solution for $2, as Misled Utopia is. You can be part of the solution for 50 cents. That little bit of, that $2 that he just put in is going to be about $3. That's going to be about a gallon of gas after the math works out. It's going to be 1 gallon of gas closer to Sally's house. That volunteer center is so cool. We can help show folks they are now to help. Yes, hell yeah. And we can help expose people to doing the next right thing, man. I was saying, don't be a hot dog. Don't be a hot dog. Sometimes I think our comedic values get kind of diluted by our distance, MD. Don't be a hot dog isn't the same here in the United States. Be a wiener. Oh, don't. Yeah. Be a wiener. Well, okay. You guys keep picking on Weimer because he's not here. Be a grizzly. Yes. Be the grizzly. Be the polar bear in the tundra, making it work, surviving. Make it happen today, just like W. Just like W. I heard all she said. Ha ha! Busted. Yeah. Be a W out there. Be a polar bear, man. Despite the struggle. Push forward and be a loving, be a loving, compassionate human being. And let's check out my 10-minute live that I posted that have how the car giveaway works. It's very simple, man. Say anything about Weimer. Okay, I have it. Wait till next time, Wednesday for orientation. Dude, yes! Let's all give some hearts and some loves to W right there. Come on, let's make him float, man. He crushed it. Our new manager, brother, Weimer, for killing it. Of course you did, brother. I was telling him before you came in, man. Of course you did. You're a hell of a man. Charlie, you're a hell of a man, Charlie Brown, as Hawanase would say. I said tippity tap that screen. Don't be a Weimer. Oh, okay, that's what you said. Don't be a wiener. Don't be a wiener. She said. I thought you were picking on Weimer. Anyway, we're gonna stick with that. Double tap that screen. Thumbs won't fall off. Join the conversation. Join the love, the appreciation. Join this group of people trying to doing the next right thing. Trying. We're doing it, man. I've been feeling like shit the last few days. Haven't really done much. It's a tundra out there. It's ridiculously cold, and I hate it. I wish I could understand why the lights flash in here. It drives me nuts. Oh, slow and steady today, ladies and germs. Slow and steady. Get your best tie-dyed long sleeve button up on. Go out there and show the world. You can't really see how tie-dyed it is. Really lightly tie-dyed. I think that's going to be part of our product line. What do you guys think? Tie-dyed long sleeves? I know you can't really tell. This is really gently tie-dyed, but it's a cool one. The lights flashing. And proper grounding. But it's not flashing in real life. It's just flashing on my phone. Like, much love to you, W. We're glad you could finally make it, brother. We're glad you're here with us. We're talking about dreams and nightmares and how we're going to face the nightmares, how we're going to embrace the dreams, how we're going to lucid dream a little bit, a little bit of that conversation. A good book suggested. We're talking about giving the car away, as always. We're talking about getting motivation to get out there in the cold, even though I don't want to. FPS thing with the camera. Okay. Well, I can hate it. It drives me nuts. I think it diminishes our connection in YouTube land. Some reason why helicopters don't look like they are moving. Okay. Because I'm moving so fast like a hummingbird? Is that what's going on? Hummingbirds. Haha. Great minds think alike. But get out there. Do the next right thing today. Spread love. Spread hope. Identify the lessons in the nightmares and face them head on as the buffalo. Move forward as the Weimer would and push through the struggle and turn that shit sandwich into gold. Hell yeah, Mr. W. Congratulations. I knew you were going to get it. Something good to hear. Yes, brother. Yes. And we're still going to do a little spark driving. I'm still going to donate half of my spark driving revenue while I'm in Ohio visiting W for a couple days till we get to $100. But maybe even a day if we go out one good one and get that $100 together to get you a heater in your car. The same heater that I'm getting that I got to go put in. I got to clean out the car and it's been cold and I don't want to. I might find a different light/camera. Yeah, I tried to switch out the bulbs in here, use other bulbs. It might be the particular bulb. You son of a bitch. Might be the particular bulb. Give me 1 second. Let me turn the one bulb off. It might be. I think it is. I think it's this one. Let's see. Maybe that'll help. That makes it worse. Well, anyway, we tried. We gave it the old golden girl W. Congratulations, W. Yes, everybody, send the love on the side there. Congratulations to the W for putting the effort in, man. For being the polar bear out there and pushing through and making life happen. Had to drop kiddos at school. Just wanted to mention that Pluto is adjacent to the sun right now. It represents rebirth, transformation, and underworld. It is beginning evolution, illuminated by the sun. That's awesome, country. Thank you for your knowledge. Yes, it's time for rebirth. It's time for passion and compassion. It's time to put your effort where your bullshit is. It's time to stop putting the serious threats out there. Damn, this little bunny. You gonna nip holes in my sock because I won't pay attention to you, you bastard. I know you want attention. Go eat your carrots, you son of a bitch. You gotta love that bunny. Light bulbs. Fluorescent light bulbs. Maybe that's what it is. I can get some actual light bulbs. Oh, hold on to love out there. Share this stream, buddy. Share this stream with everybody you know. Share this positivity and hope with everybody that you can think of so that we can grow this conversation. YouTube is done promoting us. That's just how it is. It's up to us at this point to grow this community. It's up to us to grow this conversation of love and compassion. It's up to us to find a way for the turtle herd to embrace as many people as possible through the struggle. I did just put a couple shorts up I recommend you check out. The one that's not doing so well is the one that is the serious one that will hopefully hit some people that really need to see it. 22 years as a security consultant, and I end up at McDonald's. What an ego and pride hit. Dude, brother. It's only an ego and a pride hit if you see it that way. You're strong enough to take what's available right now, man. That humbles your ego. You're being humble, man. There's no ego in that. Don't take any pride hit in what you're doing because you're making shit happen, brother. Me and Scott W. actually have a little plan for this spring. Don't forget, Scott W., you're not an entrepreneur. You're your own boss, man. You've already got one trainee under your belt that you're training for free. We've already got a game plan to subcontract in your area, painting jobs, because I need the help. We could do it together in spring, and that'll be crazy money, dude. We could subcontract some of these painting jobs and do them together. It'll be absolutely insane compared to working at McDonald's, brother. But you work at McDonald's and then keep working these other avenues that aren't paying you right now that will pay off in the future, brother. I'm telling you. Frank Weimer, McDonald's is still a job. My brother, you are still Scott W. You are still the badass motherfucker alive. Yes, you're the baddest motherfucker alive, Scott W. You are, man. Look at his channel. Watch his channel. Check out Scott W. and what he brings to the table, man. He struggles through the tundra, and he keeps his brother warm by installing a wood-burning furnace into a van for a friend who would be frozen solid right now without it because it's been negative 5 degrees out, and he lives in a van. He can't afford to keep the thing running all night. Now this dude can go out and get a little bit of wood and stay toasty in his camper because W's an OG. 3 days sober. It's real. Oh, Dad, W, good, brother. 3 days, man. 72 hours, brother. You have to decide for you what's good for you, man. And if being sober is good for you, then that's good, man. And what that means to you. If it means not drinking, if it means not smoking, if it means, whatever it means, keep taking care of yourself and don't over medicate, right? No cannabinoids. Well, I think that before you give up on them completely, there should be a middle ground there. I did too for a while. I didn't smoke for an entire month, man. Doing this medication journey, trying to find what really helps, trying to define myself and really be adamant about what's good for me. Good job, W. I'm going on a month. Good for you, country. Take the time that you need. Take a break away from it. You can always go back to these good medicines, and then when you do, your tolerance is going to be jacked through the roof. or you can never go back to them if that's what's good for you. But country, great job. Let's get some hearts and stuff going over here for country. Come on, guys, show a little love for country. She's an amazing human being. I can't wait to hopefully be part of our journey to come down and ride some horses with you, country, or at least experience your style. There's the hearts we were looking for country and for W and for the struggle that they're going through. That's how we support our brothers and sisters here, through love, compassion, and hope. But yeah, country, if that's cool, I know we've chatted about it a little bit, but without expectations, man. I'd love to come down and misses. I feel good. First 2 weeks, man. Yeah, the first couple of weeks, and I'm glad you feel well. And I think that, medicine, it can be a poison at different times in your life too. You got to evaluate what's good for you. You have to have the mental fortitude to stand in reality about what's helping and what's not. Like I said, for me, the cannabinoids help immensely for the depression. Come here, chunky bunny. If you'd let me pick you up, bro, we'd be all good. Driving around with this bunny is going to be a real pain in the ass. I would love that, country. I'm looking forward to it, especially your involvement with horses and my mother's love for horses. And, I've been on one horse in my life. I've interacted with horses here and there, and I love the concept. Please double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. They do. We always thought they shouldn't have. If you are the first one to have your thumbs fall off and double tapping that screen, we will find some special kind of reward for you to compensate for those thumbs. But, we always thought they shouldn't have fallen off if they do, right? Spread a little love. Get into the conversation. Nominate somebody out there for the free car, ladies and germs, or advocate right here and right now for the human being that you want to have the car. Right now, we have one contestant, really. We have 15 people involved in this, and we have one real contestant. We have Mark, hashtag Team Mark, because, one person is following the parameters of the giveaway. One person is putting in the effort that we ask for through interaction and communication. Just one. And that's hashtag Team Mark. A couple. Sally is too. She's putting the effort in for her nomination. And that's all it takes. And it's not a really huge jump either. You get somebody on here, you just want to start the journey, you can very easily overcome the little bit of adversity when it comes to how much effort to put in hashtag Team Mark. Not that we're downgrading the effort put in the Team Mark, not at all. But there's not this overwhelming presence either. There's 4 or 5 different interactions on the channel. Hashtag Team Mark. He comes in here. Hashtag Team Mark. That's all it takes. And the car could be yours or somebody's that is in need. That's it. Day 3 was also really direct for me with withdrawal, brain anxiety. I'm sorry to hear that, Chillum. CBD is something beautiful. Isolate. If you're trying to stay away from the THC, or if you don't have to worry about a drug test, then the full spectrum is still not going to keep you up, but I think works a little bit better. Day 10 was kind of tough too, because I was basically physically back to normal, but my mental was getting together. Yeah, I could see that, Chillum. I am struggling with the mental clarity, if that makes sense. So much going on, like anxiety, I'm sure. Yeah, well, and it's going to be a struggle because you're not diluting that feeling anymore through this medication. And it sounds like you were over medicating, that you were using cannabinoids to over medicate. So you weren't directly facing the problem, but now you're taking that out so you can directly face the problem, and possibly it could be medicine or it could be a relaxing agent in the future. But for right now, you're recognizing it's not the best for you, and I think that's amazing. And I feel you, Chillum, country says. Yeah, and it takes some time for your body to adjust. You stop taking medicines that you're used to taking. Again, I want to throw a huge thank you out to that $2 that becomes about $3 once we take a third off of that and then double it. For the next right thing is absolutely amazing. Feel free to be part of the next right thing by commenting who we should go help Sally out next, after Sally, who we should help out through the next right thing, or donating a couple dollars. Donate $1, donate 50 cents. If you donate $1 to my Cash App, you'll have a direct communication line to me. Still making serious threats about getting a cell phone so we can have something that we can communicate directly through. And don't stop till we're Flashback stops. Yes. Chill 'em. Yes. Make perfect sense. It took me a while to get over the little pitfalls along the way. One track I use mental is to try to spell words you see driving backwards. That sounds like a lot, brother. My brain's a little too dyslexic for all that. And don't stop till you flashback stops. Good. Well, I'm glad. Appreciate the advice there, Chillum. It's the best for me. I just can't afford it. I'd rather have gas. Yes. Well, and that's the thing too. So, hopefully we can alleviate that. I got some of this medicine that was given to me for trimming for a buddy of mine. That's a little heavy for me, and I know that you're more of a hybrid indica guy when it comes to what's medicine for you. So we do have some medicine for you at 0.99 through the effort I put in when I get to you, W. I'm medicine now, and no lie, I sort of cried from one of the sativas, thinking there were, thinking where the anxiety gone. It's amazing when you find the right medicine, isn't it? IFV. It's amazing when you and that's part of what I lose too sometimes. It's like you get a couple that aren't really the best, even though they're sativas and maybe they're whatever. They kind of fall into your parameters. There's so many cannabinoids. There's over 120 already discovered. So in 3 strand, these cannabinoid configurations are going to do different things, man. It's crazy out there in this world of cannabinoids now. What you can accomplish with these different combinations that they're still developing, brother. But for me, it's a low level sativa with a high CBD content. I'm scared, honestly, to dream again. My PTSD got stuck in my heart. Oh, that's how we overcome fears, though, brother. It's by admitting them and moving forward, right? Be scared, man. But be the buffalo. The buffalo doesn't have any fear. It's not like it's a machine. It fears the storm to come, but it knows that by facing the storm head on and walking through it, it's going to get through it and be stronger because of it. So keep that in mind, brother. It's okay to be scared. It's not okay to lie about it. You admit it to yourself. That's an amazing thing. Whatever sign you see on the roads after it passes, picture the word in your head and spell it backwards out loud. That last part is important. Okay, we'll give that a try there, brother. We'll give that a try. Is that the technique to help gain control over our mental faculties? Country, I was numbing out or distance facing issues head on is not easy, but empowering. Yes, it's not easy. There's nothing in this world worth having is fucking easy. Nothing in this world worth having will just be handed to you. You're the ones with the key. You have to open the door. You have to walk through it. You have to acknowledge the door, the God of your understanding's opening, and you have to have the strength to walk through it. Why can't it all just be handed to me, huh? Why can't I just be given? Why can't it just be easy? That's not how the world works. We have to gain power and strength. We must hit these adversities head on. We must, open up to our brothers and sisters in this beautiful place that we call the Turtle Herd, and we must spread love and hope to the best of our ability. Misled Utopia did that with $2 today. That becomes basically $4 with the double up thing we got going on up to 200, which I think is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Crank, for that possibility. That's going to definitely, another couple $100 is going to allow us to get somewhere to do the next right thing after Sally's. Or possibly, Sally doesn't have much materials, and I got to bring some tools, to be able to do it a little bit more right when we get to Sally's, that are kind of cobbing everything together with what we got will be great. To be able to get out there and mow a lawn somewhere in Texas to Country's aunt or uncle who's struggling, or maybe she's got some projects that needs help with, that we could put her on that list. But we're not going to know that until we express ourselves. I was numbering out of facing issues. Try practicing inner stillness, being the eye in the center of the storm. It helps me to try to stop all of these stupid thoughts and helps me to find peace. I'm glad that you mentioned that. I want to show you guys something that kind of, for me, embodies that. This is a physical representation of that concept of being in the eye of the storm. This is a painting that I painted a long time ago And that's the concept there. To find yourself into the center of that storm and embrace the chaos around you is kind of is the is the effective understanding of that painting. It is sound beautiful advice, ladies and germs. Again, appreciate everybody in. Appreciate all the love, support. Thank you for becoming part of the turtle herd and joining the conversation. Thank you for embracing life to the best of your ability here with us. Thank you for understanding that we are all just humans. And I don't speak because I know. I speak because I'm seeking the truth. And only through your perception and your understanding of this world will I ever get closer to that truth. Had a dream about Big-Eyed the other night. It was in the other night. It was in the raging water. A big eye in raging water. Water and raging water, that river of life, the symbolism of lack of control and being yanked and pulled and in the chaos and hecticness of being in that water possibly has something to do with it. The eye, this all-seeing, all-knowing entity over us that consumes and that judges, but it's also getting consumed by the river, possibly, country. Was it a scary dream? Did it invoke fear? Did it invoke passion? Did it invoke love? Did it invoke strength? What about this? How'd this dream feel beyond what it was? And keep in mind, ladies and germs, the more that you share this live, the bigger the turtle herd grows, the quicker I quit these things. I made a commitment to you guys out there in YouTube land. Help me quit 5K. We're creeping towards 2K right now. Creepy creep. But I think we're over that hump of where the YouTube algorithm pushes us out. And we'll see if we can't get back there, but it's going to be our job, if we have compassion and love in our heart for our brothers and sisters, to share this stream, to push the idea of the free card, to help people understand what it means to do the next right thing. I was on vacation, sightseeing. Okay, in the dream, I'm assuming, right? Big eye in the river. Maybe some kind of resentment for yourself for taking that vacation, right? Maybe some kind of fear, some kind of acceptance of the unknown, possibly. It sounds like a lot to evaluate there. More like in wonder than fear. Okay, yeah, so it sounds like in that dream, your mind's trying to recognize the fact that you are evaluating the world around you. That it sounds like your mind is reminding you that there is still things to be curious out there for, that childlike wonder. It sounds like a lot of acceptance and love in this beautiful dream that you're sharing with us, country. Thank you. You little chunky bunny. Oh, I love the chunky bunny. He's such a chunker. What are you doing down there? He's chewing on he's trying to get my feet. Look at him. He's trying to get my feet. I got my feet up there. He really wants attention. And we're not going to give it to him because we can spite that chunky bunny, because he pops holes in my socks and he snips my shoelaces. He's going to be a pain in the tuchus. Bun Bun, you're going to be a pain in the tuchus traveling in the car? Yeah, we love Chunky Bunny. Check out my playlist. Take that retouch off. We want to be humans here. Check out my playlist. Bun Bun's got his own playlist. Chunky little guy doing his chunky little things. I feel like I'm disconnecting from people and stuff for sure, country. I think that's a defense mechanism, W. The more we feel powerless in our life, the more we separate ourselves because we can't have control over anybody else's life. We have no control over our own, right? So we start to discontinue ourselves from people's lives, because we don't feel like we could be a positive part of people's lives. But I'm telling you, going out there doing the next right thing, man, reaching that can on the top shelf. I went out and bought myself a pair of gloves yesterday. $8 at the thrift store. I was like, I need a pair of gloves. I immediately went to the Family Dollar, and there was a guy out there pacing back and forth with his hands in his pocket doing one of these. And I could tell he was kind of strung out. He was in a lot of pain. He looked at me in the eyes and then looked away. I wasn't the dude to ask money for. You could probably tell by my demeanor. But I said, hey, man, your hands in your pockets because you're cold, brother? And he pulled his hands out, and they were like shaky. And it looked like he had been punching something, and his knuckles were messed up, and his hands were all cold and red. I said, man, I just bought a pair of gloves for $8 brand new from the thrift store, and I gave them to him. Like, yeah, I bought those gloves for myself, and the killer deal and stuff, but that was the next right thing, man. This dude's, I don't know what was going on with him and what struggle he was going in, but his hands were red and cold, and he was pacing out there in front of the Dollar Tree, probably waiting for someone to give him a hand. Probably looking to get money to get drugs or whatever. It doesn't matter. I was able to help him do the next right thing. And as I pulled out, I kind of looked at him, and I seen him kind of talking to somebody, and I was like, I don't know if it was the next right thing, because it was what I decided to do in that moment. Scores W. We can be okay to get yourself together. However, isolating yourself when you are in a rough patch can be more destructive. Feel free to reach out to friends if you are struggling. Yes, that's the big thing that we promote here. Reach out to your brothers and sisters. That's the first step to getting out of anxiety, depression, and fear, is to reach out to your brothers and sisters and be open. Even if you don't know what to say, man, I'm in pain and I'm just here and I don't know how to interact. I don't know how to communicate. It's okay. Most likely they're going to come back with, hey, man, not to diminish your shit, but they're going to come back with, man, this is how I'm struggling over here. And then it gives purpose to your struggle, because it allows you to be connected. And the more that we isolate and segregate ourselves, the harder it's going to be. We're meant to weather the burden together here. It's just something that we were taught as men that we don't do, because it makes you weak. That makes you strong. And it strengthens your brothers and sisters because it allows them to lean on you as well. Most people inject in their hands, which causes redness and swelling in both. Not saying he was. It could have been it, man, but it looked like he was punching something. Looked like he had punched something hard a couple times, to me, is what it looked like. And his hands were freezing, man. It was cold out there, brother. And whether he's shooting in his hands or not, that pair of gloves that I was going to keep in the car to keep as a good use will be better used to keep his hands solid. I can't make that dude's decisions. I can only make my own, right? And for a split second, I felt ignorant. Why did I do that? I just gave up that pair of gloves. That was $8 I just wasted. I asked myself, that's the whisper, man. Those gloves I gave to that gentleman who was in need was hurting, man. And I did my best to alleviate pain, whether that alleviated pain or not. I did my best. And that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to do our best to alleviate pain and struggle to the best of our ability. We're meant to go out there and face the fear head on. That's how we get to the dream. That's how we're able to live the dream in this world. Dream big. Don't let go of that childlike wonder that tells you could be or do anything. What I am and what I do can be seen as pretty spectacular, right? When we hit the road, we go out there and do the next right thing in a POS camper car, the Galactic Avenger in my playlist that we're giving away. And I travel across the country and I spark drive and DoorDash and I do the next right thing to make things happen. That can seem ludicrous and crazy, right? But anybody I talk to and express myself to wants to be part of the community, wants to join the turtle herd. And that's how we've grown a lot of our followers here, is through interactions in person and bringing people to the table. I bring people to the table as much as I possibly can. And I'm glad you guys are communicating. We got to start saying our goodbyes here. I appreciate the couple dollars from Misled Utopia today. That'll actually be doubled up for us through me and Crank's little thing we got going on with Chime. And once we hit 200 in the account, they're going to give me and Crank each 100, and we're going to donate that back into the Next Right Thing Fund. So from now on, anything up to $200 will be doubled. Any donations here on YouTube made on here or made towards any of my videos, you can actually put a heart and a donation towards a video, whether that be $1 or whether that be whatever you think is comfortable. And if you have any suggestions, I highly implore you to donate $1, in one of the videos and then say, hey, my uncle is here and needs help. It'll help draw attention to that. We're going to do our best to weather the burden together and take care of our brothers and sisters out there. Everything's time versus money. And I'm going to make it happen either way, but we can make it happen. And you can take a little bit of that validation with you knowing that you were part of the next right thing. Right now, we have about $200 in my Cash App. We got about 76, which is really going to be 150 once we hit that 200 mark. And then, once that hits the 200 mark and we have 400 in there and 200 in there, we got $600 towards the next right thing through all the hard work, through all the dedication, through all the love, through all the donations that you guys have given us. $600 is a lot of money. We can do a lot of the next right thing. We can get pretty much anywhere in the United States with that $600, even if we buy a bigger van, and I can donate my time to mow your uncle's lawn who's in need, or to patch a roof, or to, I know quite a bit about water flow. And we could patch a roof, we could do some drywall work, we could do some painting, whatever someone out there you might need. We are looking for suggestions for the next right thing after Sally's, guys. Continental U.S., or if we're going to try to fit the bill to get me somewhere in the world, I'd be more than happy to go anywhere. But everything's time versus money, right? Sally's first. That's the first next right thing. Visiting friends, seeing James. I haven't seen on here. I hope James is doing all right. I really wish we could communicate with him. I know he had that surgery and he said that he was fine and got out. He's probably just resting up, medicated. Life is amazing. Appreciate the details. Your life is, it all depends on what you make it, IFE. It all depends on whether you decide you're going to live the dream or you're going to dwell in the nightmare. It all matters whether you're going to embrace a God of your understanding's love or whether you're going to listen to the whisper. This small voice in the back of your mind that slowly tears you down and separates you from your brothers and sisters, separates you from your passion, and replaces it with fear that you might be rejected or not heard or it might not be good enough. Put that shit down. Put it down right now and move forward with strength in your heart, because you deserve better. You deserve to live in that dream, that passion, that love, where you're doing the next right thing, whether it be for you or someone you care for. And for me, doing the next right thing for you out there, for Sally, and getting there is going to be an amazing thing. Giving my car away, the Galactic Avenger. Check out my 10-minute play on my 10-minute live, how it works, how the car giveaway works. Nominate somebody, invite them into this stream, invite your brothers, sisters out there who might be in need or might know somebody who's in need, and let's help us change the world through compassion and love, and through one small step at a time. We keep those donations rolling in that are getting doubled up to 200. That's going to make the possibilities of where we do and who we help next, that much more realistic. And life is an amazing, amazing place, man. Even the painful moments, I think, looking back in the end, the most painful moments are going to help us to really understand the growth that we had and the acceptance that we found. And in the end, I think, no matter how much you're struggling now, you'd be willing to come back to this moment, be willing to give it one more shot, to be willing to push through and try just a little bit harder one more time, take that job at McDizzle's. And be proud of yourself for it. Take that, and to get through now, say yes to making phone calls, to finding us someone who's willing to let us subcontract for them painting, and I'll handle the rest, right? Being adamant and passionate about whatever idea you might have that might be the next right thing that we can embody here as a group. Do you know someone who needs their house painted out here in the United States? Please let me know. We can raise the money for the paint. We raise a couple dollars to get help because I can't paint an exterior by myself. I can proudly say that out of anything I do, exterior painting is a passion that I dipped into 110%, and I can give quality over quantity if we have the financial ability to do so when it comes to that. The interior painting as well, I'm pretty damn good at. But the exterior painting, man, I really hope we could find a job. I'm going to take a drive around and see if I can't find that woman that I knocked on her door a few years ago. I forget her name. I know the house was covered in vines, and her husband was dealing with cancer, and she was dealing with some other health issues. And, we chatted for some time there in her front yard, and she really would have loved to have her house painted, but it was like an $8,000 house. It was huge, and it needed a lot of work. But in reality, we cut the labor out, get some volunteer labor, and we buy the paint. We're looking at about $1,000 worth of paint, and maybe some help for the labor if we can pull that together. I mean, if we have $600 in the next right thing account, we could spend a little bit of, a couple days worth of labor on some people to help us out. Maybe, possibly. It's all up to you. You get to make the decision here. You're the turtle herd. You guys get to decide what the next right thing is and point me in that direction. That's what makes you so valuable. It's not just a couple dollars here and there, because that ain't going to matter. We're going to keep doing the next right thing no matter the amount of money we have in our pocket. Because I can go spark driving DoorDash. And that starts today with me getting off my tuchus and getting out there into the cold tundra and installing this fucking heater, making a trip up to, exotics in the Mohawk Nation up here and getting some good medicine. Yeah. Anything else anybody'd like to say? Anybody want to be heard? Anybody want to express their dreams? Anybody want to express their nightmares? Anybody want to help our brothers and sisters hold on to the best of their ability with a quote would be helpful. Anybody want to subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd, feel free. You want to double tap that screen, your thumbs won't fall off. Feel free to take the action today. Roll the dice. Do the next right thing for you and take the chance. Walk through the door that the God of your understanding has opened. He's opened the door. If you ask for a way out, it's there. You just have to take the steps to walk through it. If you're struggling with your mental health, please watch my last short. I implore you, if you're out there struggling with any kind of mental health issues, physical or biological, you check out that last short. You check out my playlist tools. There's some tools in there on how we can navigate this stuff. Shout out to Scott and the Turtle Herd. Grind it out. Yes, Inspire. It's good to see you today. We're talking about dreams, brother. Can you share a dream with us? Maybe a nightmare? Can you express to us possibly where you're living at the moment? In a place of serenity and peace and a beautiful dream, or are you allowing the pain to consume you? Are you going to make the decision to swap that around today if you're in pain? Are you going to decide that today's going to be the day that you're going to live? Today's going to be the day that you look back at the end and realize that you changed the tides of your life? It's up to you. You're the only one with the key. You're the only one that cares enough to do so. Even though there's a lot of love out there, I love you. I hope that you're doing well. But I don't have the key to release you from this self-induced prison. I don't. You're the only one that does, my friends. You have to let yourself free. And part of that is being here and being open and being honest. Shout out to Inspire for his beautiful open communication. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Yes, we must walk through the door, IFV. Change with better choices and journal it, and dreams turn reality. Yes, change with better choices and journal it, and dreams turn reality. Yes, I like that a lot. Thank you, Inspire. You're right. Journal it. This is part of what this was started. Video journal for me way before I started doing YouTube. I got a brother that helped me out. I've got a couple 100 hours of travel videos that were way before I started this YouTube. We went all the way down to Key West in a van, went all the way up to Eastport, Maine, had a bunch of adventures doing the next right thing. And that's all something I want to develop here later on into the future and share with you guys. This raw, rough, uncut. I was calling myself Roaming Ronin. That first trip that I took was in dedication to my father, and losing this master, this samurai, being an apprentice without a master, being lost and traveling the world doing the next right thing was the first idea. This concept that are in my original journals, to become a Roman Ronin or a roaming Ronin. Change the better law of thought. Express yourself in painting our reality. Yes. Express yourself in this beautiful artwork that we call reality, this creation that Creator has laid out before you, so that he could, he or she, this God of your understanding, can communicate with you through the creation that it's created for you. Really think about this. Everything's here for you. Your brain has cannabinoid receptors. Your brain has all the receptors of all the medicines that are laid out into this place. We take these different things and we concentrate them, we turn them into medicines, and we think we've invented something. We all medicines are derived from the world around us. A plane is just mimicking a bird, and aerodynamics. Helicopters are mimicking those little falling down flying things. We take everything from Mother Nature, and then we, out of our ego, decide that we've created something. Welcome to Please Double Tap the Screen. W says, double tap that screen, your thumbs will fall off. become a member, become a subscriber just by hitting that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to become a member of the Turtle Herd. We love to hear your opinion, and we'd love to hear your understanding of struggle and love and how you found your way out of it, or possibly how you're still there. If you go back and look at my videos over the last couple months, it's been a struggle, but we're here together, and I've found a way out of it through acceptance, love, and appreciation, through truly opening myself up to you beautiful people here. And we're at the point where we want to share this journey with everybody who's struggling, and anybody who might have people that are struggling. You might not understand anxiety or depression, but if you join in the conversation, you might have a better view of it so that you can help someone you love. Because it's like telling someone's fire hot that's never been burned. Fire ain't hot. You're full of shit. Put my hand in there. But with the anxiety, it's like you can't make it happen if someone doesn't have it. With depression, you can't make it happen. You can't, in these people, you might be one of those people, you might not, that don't understand it, that don't get depression, anxiety, and they think it's a joke. Well, it's not a joke, man. It's a mental state of mind that we can change through our actions and how we interact with the world. There's medicine out there which starts with open, honest communication, and musical medicine is a huge thing. Get up, get motivated. Watch that last short I just made. There's a big help in there in how we start to move forward. How giving thanks for the simple things and what we do is the first step. Is the first step to healing ourselves. Placing one more puzzle piece towards that goal. I mean, we all want to drop this giant puzzle piece that gets us that spans the gap to where we want to be, right? That's not how it works. It takes one little piece of the puzzle, and then another piece, and before you know it, doing your dishes and washing your ass, has added up to you going to that interview and getting the job. Before you know it, doing the dishes and washing your ass and giving yourselves thanks for getting through yesterday allowed me to get back to this place where we could have this conversation. Love the durability of things. My dog's name is Nila, and means illumination. That's awesome, Inspire. Check out Inspire. He's an amazing human being. I think you got some cool stuff on your channel, if I remember correctly. Double tap that screen, your thumbs won't fall off. They do. We always thought they shouldn't have, good sirs and madams. Welcome to the shit show that is my life. We're going to contain this shit show through love, compassion, and respect for one another, ladies and germs. Please hold on tight as we experience this thing that we call life. Hold on tight as you become the buffalo and push forward through the fear and evolve into something that you never thought was possible. Hold on tight to this love and this light that's in this moment that will help carry you through the pain. Don't let go of the fact that you're an amazing human being. Don't let go of the fact that you have more potential than you could ever realize. Let go of this whisper in the back of your mind that tells you you're a piece of shit. Let go of that and hold on to love. Hold on to respect. And you're going to start dropping these pebbles of love into this pond of life, and the ripples that go on there for those pebbles that you dropped are going to create tidal waves in the world around you. Even if we don't get to experience those tidal waves, I'm telling you, giving that man the gloves, putting the heater in W's buddy's car there, as Weimer did, doing these amazing things that are just out of compassion and love will change people's lives, man. There's a dude out there doesn't have to worry about freezing to death because of W's compassion. There's another dude out there whose hands aren't going to fall off because of mine. Now, what effect is that going to have moving forward? Well, that's to be seen, but we have to accept, love, and appreciate what it is. Take the bull by the horns. Manifesting destiny. Yes, be the buffalo, man. Be the buffalo. Take the bull by the horns. Manifest your own reality through compassion, love, and appreciation for who you are first. Take care of yourself, your family, your community. In that order is the only way it works. You can't skip a step. I thought my whole life I was taking care of myself by taking care of others, and I wasn't. I was pouring out of an empty cup. I was destroyed and broken because my cup was empty, and there wasn't one more drop to give, and I was a piece of shit because of it. Because I didn't take the time to fill my cup with love and respect for myself. My cup is overflowing right now. And I'm able to do this and be this because of that overflowing cup, because I filled my cup with compassion and love for myself. And I implore you to do the same. It'll energize you through the struggle. It'll help you recognize that there's more to this life than the pain and anguish that you find yourself in, or that a loved one does. Again, if you don't understand these things, I'm sure you have a loved one who's struggling hard and you're confused by it. Depression, anxiety, grief, and whatever mental disorder they might have, bipolar, schizophrenic, or just lost, dementia, and confusing, broken states of mind. We can help our loved ones through these to the best of our ability through having compassion, love, and respect in our heart. I'll get all the wisdom, Wolf Dream Catcher from Snyder Nation YouTuber channel of what not. Okay, well, Inspire, please comment that, gentleman, in one of my comments, please. And again, we got to get going here in just a couple minutes. We have no timers going there on the bottom of the screen, so I can go ahead and get going without any kind of disrespect. Just keep in mind as we move forward, we're doing the next right thing together. By sharing this stream with someone you love who doesn't understand anxiety, can help them help a brother and sister out there. For sharing this stream with someone who does understand anxiety, we can help get them to set down the shovel and stop digging the hole. There is a way out. It's small little pieces that are going to get us to this goal. There's no magical puzzle piece that's going to drop down and bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's not going to happen. I know you want it. I know I want it. I want it right now, and I want it for free. And the only thing I like more for free is more for free. That's it. But that's not how the world works all the time. You will get blessed and be granted amazing things if you do the next right thing without expectations. I promise you that. He buys storage units and he sells auctions on what's not. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Thank you for the suggestion, guys. Thank you. And check out my buddy, Start is Beginning. He's from Korea, and he jams out in our time at night, with some good songs and some mellow, relaxing thing. He doesn't have too many people coming in and chatting with him, but he's learning English, and he's a great person. Check him out. Start is Beginning. I just rescued a Vissel porter. Dog mix. Okay. He is a dog. Big Red Sweetheart. Oh, country. Hopefully I'll be able to get to meet him. I definitely want to hit Texas on my way this time, and I'd love to visit you. I'd love to. He's a bird dog. That's amazing. I can't wait to meet this sweet little poop. I can't wait to interact with some horses and be in the sunshine. I can't wait to get away from this bitter cold that I've been hiding from in the house, feeling like shit. And I'll have to admit, over the last couple of days, it's like I wake up feeling all right, and then throughout the day, I start feeling groggy and shitty. And that's kind of paralyzed me. But I got out yesterday, got some groceries, took care of myself, made a nice meal. He's a bird dog. He's a bird dog. Bird dog, bird dog. Living in a world with a little bird dog. I had a dog named Ace. It was an amazing pup. He was my brother's dog before he passed. He was a black lab and pit bull mix. He was the biggest sweetheart. And after Steve died and after I lost my house, me and Ace moved out to the res. And Ace and I both learned some valuable lessons through living on the nation at that point. I wanted to go fight the dogs that were taking his food. And Al told me I couldn't. Al told me to put the damn food out there and let the other dogs eat it. Ace is a big dog. He's a big dog, man. You need to learn how to survive. You need to take care of himself. I can't be out there, scaring away these res dogs with a stick every day. And he was hungry for a while. And then one day I went out there and there was 3 of them trying to take his food, and he took them, all 3 of them on, man. And this dog was jacked, bro. And he took one of the dogs, grabbed it, he shook it till it went limp, and he threw it. And then the other dog was attacking him. He grabbed that one, shook it till it went limp, and threw it. And the other dog, he grabbed him, took it and shook it and threw it. And that day moving forward, none of them came and ate his food ever again. And he used to have one of the little female dogs used to come, and he'd let her eat his food, and they'd go spend their alone time. And I'm sure all the other dogs hated that, because Ace was the OG of the OGs on the Onondaga Nation, this big black pit bull that was ingrained in him that he was a puppy and didn't know how to fight for himself. And once he was put and backed into a corner, and I wanted to fight for him. I loved Ace. I didn't want him to see him hungry, but I couldn't fight that fight for him. He had to fight him himself. Good morning, bro. Well, good morning. Styler, it's good to see you. Talking about dreams, hope, love, respect. Double tap that screen, your thumbs won't fall off. Talking a little bit about the every little donation being doubled here, up to $200. We're gonna have $400 in the account when we hit two, and then we're gonna be able to do the next right thing with that money. I'm excited about it. We already have $200 in the Cash App account, so there'll be $600 there for us to get to Lady J's, or not Lady J's, Sally's, the Songbird here on YouTube. You want to check out her channel? She's amazing, amazing voice, amazing music. So we can help her get her house together, and then you, ladies and germs out there, are going to be able to help me figure out who exactly we're going to go help out next. Possibly country. If you know anybody in Texas, when we come visit you, please let me know. That'd be two birds with one stone. We could help out somebody in Texas in need when we come to visit. With that being said, it's been an hour and a half. I got to get to my day. Everything's time versus money. I got to go make some money, whether that be getting ready for the journey or doing a little spark driving. Probably getting ready for the journey is going to be the thing. I got to get rolling, got to get moving. Everything's time versus money, ladies and germs. Thank you again to Misled Utopia for that $2 donation. That will be $4 once we hit 200 with what we've got lined up. Thank you, Crank, for helping us double the next $200 that comes in through this little hack we found through Chime. And thank you to all you out there for listening. Thank you for being a part of the next right thing. And just remember that you can check out the car giveaway in the 10-minute short, the car giveaway, how it works. And you can be a part of that as well. You can be a part of the next right thing, even if that's you just suggesting somebody in need. We're not, that's just as much the next right thing as dropping a couple bucks. James, yeah, we're gonna send love out to James too. If you're out there listening, brother, and you're just in a spot where you can't chat, we love you, brother. We miss you. We look forward to chatting with you soon. Keep in mind the circle of life. The good, the bad, the indifferent, it all has its value here in teaching us how to learn and grow. If it was all beautiful and all dreams, we'd be weak, we'd be broken. If it was all this blissful thing, we'd never learn, right? So it value to the pain. If you're in that pain right now, I know how hard it is to find the value in it. Let's figure out a way to get past it so you can find the value in that pain. Stay strong, W. A few days will turn into a week, and then a week into a month. That's it, brother. Before you know it, you'll be on top. Spring will come. We'll be painting a house, hopefully. One small step at a time. One small step at a time. Make those phone calls if you got the ambition for it, and set up our painting, Scott and Scott's Painting there in Ohio. And we'll move forward positively with that, too. I'm really excited about it for spring. To be able to have some help painting the house would be amazing. But with that being said, I got to get going. I love you guys. Hopefully we'll chat again soon. I'm off like a herd of turtles. Have a great day. You deserve it. Live the dream.